I've been 3, 2, 1.
Bam, 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 bam. Hello, world. Hello, everybody. My name is Jamie, and I am saying what's up to you on your side of the screen from my side of the screen. And right now, you are in the first ever. I need a drum roll, y'all. I need a drum roll. You are in the first ever Spark Poetry Summer Slam. We was talking about this before I had to bring in the flute, y'all. I'm so sorry that your ears just melted, but it is okay. It is okay. For those of you who have never been to a slam before, don't worry, I got you. A slam is this very fun game where people perform poetry and we put points to it and people get prizes, but the point is not the points. The point is for us to just come and hype each other up and listen to some really great poetry. Today, you're going to be hearing poetry from an elementary school student, from middle school students, and high school students, and adults. So this is a multi-generational event. You're going to hear poetry from all walks of life, and the best way to show love is by turning up. It's by snapping. It's by going crazy, right? You can like make noise for people. Before we hop into the slam, some quick things I gotta say. I want to give a huge shout out to the Pacifica Education Foundation, PEF, and Hayward Unified School Districts. All of the students performing today either come from the Pacifica Unified School District or from the Hayward School District, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing show. So poets, a little bit of rules for you. You have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to perform your poem. Normally, we wouldn't allow costumes or props or musical accompaniment, but it's the summer. All that stuff, it goes out the window. For this slam, you can do whatever you want, as long as it is appropriate. Whatever you want, as long as it is appropriate. And all you got to do is come with your best poem, your favorite poem, your new poem, that poem that's halfway written, and you're going to freestyle the end of it, anything you want, because this is all about fun. Judges, you already know what to do. For those of you who don't know, all of our judges are national ranked poets. That means that they have been on both sides. They've been on stage performing for years, for decades, for millenniums, for centuries, for dog years, which is a really long, short time. I'm not sure how time works. Anyway, our judges are professional poets, so they know how to judge, right? They know how to judge. But for those of you who don't know, we're going to give scores from a 0.0 to a 10.0 with that 1 decimal point. Judges, just make sure that you stay consistent, y'all. Make sure you stay consistent. You know what I mean? We're going to have a calibration poet read first. They're going to have a poem, and that's kind of going to be, your scale. If you like a poem after, score accordingly. If you don't like it as much, score accordingly. We're going to hop into this now. When I say on deck, that doesn't mean that you're about to perform. It means that you're next. So on deck, we have the very first person in the actual slam. We have Mildred, but as a sacrifice, somebody to get the crowd warmed up, to get the blood moving, to get the words out of our mouth. I need us to clap, shake, stomp, do a dance that has been forgotten throughout the sake of time. Make some noise for Mike Taylor.
Hey, I am really glad to be here sharing a stage with all the folks that I share classrooms with. I have this poem that I'm gonna read, but before I do that, I want to ask, like, if I gave you, I don't know, like $400 billion and said you could only build a house with it, what kind of stuff would you put into your house? What kind of rooms would you have? Let me know in the chat. And all right, a fish tank, I'm feeling it. I would definitely have a fish tank in there, like an aquarium probably. You can also just say it out loud too. A freezer.
I
I would honestly have a room just full of fish tanks. Currently I've been
Pillow flooring?
I don't think my parents approve of me having 3 fish tanks in my room.
Air
Um,
AC?
but I'm getting a 3rd one, so that's great.
I gave you so much money and you're like, what do I need? I need AC and a fish tank.
Yes.
A bed made out of recycled books? That's awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
A library, cool, I'm feeling it. One more thing, a studio. Okay, I like the studio, I like the studio. All right, I am going to read this poem now. In 3rd grade art class, the teacher passed out crayons for us to draw the blueprints for our future house, a sheet of construction paper that would hold all the rooms we wanted. I picked up a black crayon, and the first thing I made was a movie theater, and then a zip line from a patio to a floating pool with a slide and a sauna. Then I had a trampoline on the bottom floor so I could bounce up to my snack room or up to the arcade. My house is gonna be lit. All the kids from the neighborhood would come for sleepovers. We'd have blanket forts and Nerf gun battles whizzing, with darts whizzing from one side of the house to the other side. There'd be full rooms with pillow flooring, air conditioning, and fish tanks making an aquarium that I could maze through. This house was going to be big enough for anyone who needed to stay for a while. There'd be a room for my cousin and her 3 girls that wasn't the cluttered backseat of a car. I'd have a room for my mom with a California king-size bed made for a queen who spent more time at work than at home to build a foundation for my brother and I. There'd be room for all the Black families not granted loans to claim houses in the suburbs in the 50s. There'd be an indoor gun range to blast holes in policies that make prison work free labor instead of rehabilitation. My future home won't hold the cold bars of a jail cell. There'd be a room for every homeless person, every PTSD war veteran, untreated mental case survivor. Maybe they bounce back up after hitting the trampoline on the bottom floor. There'd be a studio and a nap room with beds made of recycled books. Actually, there'd be a library with a history section written by the voices of artists and activists and musicians and field hands not allowed to read, but still learned letters in the dirt until everything we wrote became a shoveled tunnel out. In my home, there'd be room for all the slaves who ran the candlelit safe houses. This would be a safe house, a railroad for those looking for some sort of roof to shelter us from the rent hikes. America is a house built by slaves on a graveyard. See, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness was only guaranteed for property owners, and I was never meant to have 4 walls and a roof to call my own, but I'm renting freedom until I can build a home with a fridge big enough to feed a movement. In my house, there will be a garden that grows boys with patience, work ethic, and respect for women. There'll be an even playing field in the back with a track and no obstacles blocking college or other paths to success. There will be skylights that open to a broken glass ceiling where we can stop living from paycheck to hoping and stealing glances towards the sky. And one day I will own a house. My dreams will not stay crayon blueprints in a 3rd grade art class. I will build and build until there is enough room for all of us to have a place to call home. Thank you.
Boom, 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 boom. So that is how we're starting out this slam, y'all. That is how we're starting out this slam. We are starting with a punch, with a kick, with a hug in a house, y'all. So Mike wasn't in the slam. He was the calibration poet, something to get the judges warmed up, something to get the saliva in your mouth started, something to get your blood pumping. But now, from this point on, these poets are going to be part of the slam, and there are prizes. Today's prizes First and second place, they're going to get one of our brand new shirts. Spark Poetry just dropped a lot of new merchandise. We got new shirts. We got new hoodies. We got new dogs. We don't got dogs and cats. Go to the shelter for that. But if you're looking for some swag to put on your body, head over to bayareacreative.org. That's bayareacreative.org. And look at these amazing shirts that these students are going to be getting. Wow, boom. Mike is coming in at the perfect time. Look at these awesome designs, y'all. I wish that I can say that I designed those, but I did not. I did not. But you better believe I'm going to be wearing those. So we got positive force for change. Spark the change that you want to see. Get you a long sleeve shirt. Get you a shirt sleeve shirt. That's a tongue twister. Shirt, sleeve, shirt. Get you a hoodie. Get you a sweater. We got all the things, y'all. We got all the things. And that's at bayareacreative.org. But enough of that. We're going to go ahead and hop into this slam. On deck, we got Elise. But coming to the stage right now, clap it up, make some noise, follow somebody and annoy them with the sound making machine. Give it up for Mildred.
Hi. So I named my poem Numbed, and I wrote it yesterday in the middle of the night. That's lovely. And so here it is. I miss the days every problem seemed simple. The days every problem seemed less. Now it's just me, feels like a number. Sometimes I feel everyone's become a number to everyone else. No dead, just to humanize numbers. No bullets shot, just numbers. So now take your pain numbers and pretend it never happened. Oh wait, oh my God, I skipped over some lines. I'll just go from there. So now take your pain numbers and pretend it never happened. I miss the days of staring at the shallow kiddie pool instead of shallow waters of people's minds and murky lakes of lies. I miss the days when I was unaware of everything so overwhelming. I miss my friends sometimes as we look forward to what seems like a hopeless future. How lovely. Keep a smile up, we forget the problems for a while, and a rose-colored bubble carries us away. The bubble has a rupture. We descend into our pessimism and we become numbed in this world of violence, and materialism. As all the problems just seem to become infinite numbers. We crash down, we see ruins. Well, we'll make something out of it. We'll try to laugh our way into our broken future. We'll still try to work our way around it. We'll stop seeing these numbers. I'm a number trying to make myself count. Pain and hate will never leave us, but we'll cry and we'll try. Maybe we'll laugh and someday we'll die. We won't die as just another dead. We'll die and made ourselves count, and we'll die and made something good, and we'll at least count for someone who's worth.
Boom! Mildred coming through, starting out the slam. Look at those rhymes. Look at that imagery. Look at all of those amazing tricks. Judges, you know what to do. Go ahead and score that thing from a 0.0 to a 10.0. Do your magic, but we are going to keep this slam rolling. On deck, we have Nadine. But coming to the stage right now, clap it up, snap it up, draw a picture, and refuse to show anybody throughout the rest of life. Give it up for Elise!
Hi. This is a poem I wrote a few weeks ago. I like flowers. I like the petals, I like the smell, and I like the colors. I love the colors. I can sit and paint them over and over, never getting bored. From the brightest yellows to the darkest reds, and from the green of the leaves to the milky whites dappled with sunshine. No two flowers are the same. Whether it's a field of wildflowers or just the box outside my room, you can still smell every scent swirling together to make an orchestra for your nose. One with the smell of fresh mornings, and dew waiting on leaves, and the freshness that it's hard to find anywhere else. And the petals. I love the feel of the softness under my fingers, the different textures under my feet. Some feel like silk, some like paper, and some feel like the butter that I spent 5 hours churning last winter. I think I see too many flowers for any sane person. I think I want to learn so much more than any sane person. I mean, what sane person spends hours churning butter in 2021 when they can just get it from the store? Sometimes my thoughts feel like flower petals thrown at weddings, quick and fleeting like rain on a window, seemingly with no point other than just to show that, yes, you're alive, maybe you're happy. And sometimes they feel like melted tires, dark and goopy with a smell that makes rotting meat cringe, oozing all over the floor, rubber seeping into the cracks of the wooden panels, like thoughts seeping out of my head, emptying it of anything, slowing me down so much so that a snail seems fast, and my body slowly starts to stops listening to my commands. And my heart starts to speed up, unlike the rest of my body, throwing punches like a boxer. Bam, bam, bam. But the ooze doesn't listen. It just drips around, gagging my movement, and then my throat starts to close, my eyes following soon behind. And I think I can hear, but only the sloshing of what I think might be voices. And I know it's only been a second, but that message can't seem to work its way into my pounding heart. Then everything just stops. The world blacks out, and I can feel the ooze dribbling into every crack, and my body has fully shut down. And all I can think about is the buttery yellow of the flowers in the window box outside of the room, where I think I may have just died.
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Woo-hoo. Did y'all hear those descriptive lines? Did you see the imagery?
Wow.
And Elise isn't even in high school. Barely in middle school, writing like that. That's what this program is for, y'all. We go into a bunch of different schools. We teach writing workshops with K through 12 students. Bay Area Creative also does adult team building, art therapy, and professional development. So if you want to get some kids, some adults, I don't know, whoever sounding this poetic, hit us up at bayareacreative.org. Now, before we go on to the next poem, I want to take a little second. I want to have some fun. I noticed that Elise had a poster of Ron Weasley. So in the spirit of Ron Weasley, I want everybody to grab some kind of wand next to you. It can be a cup. It can be a candle. It can be a flute from Jamaica. If you're here with us, cut on your camera, get some kind of wand. And on the count of 5, I want everybody to make up a spell of peace and positivity, right? Not alakazam, not abracadabra. I actually want you to make up a spell. So unmute yourself. Let's all shout them at the same time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody deserves love.
Maybe we can do something better.
I love it. I saw a dog wand, a pencil wand, and one of those things called an outlet wand. I love it, y'all. We're going to keep this slam going. We're going to keep it going. On deck, we have not a sacrifice. We got like a spotlight. You know what I mean? Camila is going to read an amazing, amazing poem. So on deck, we got Camila coming through. She's not in the slam, but she's just going to come through and spit some fire. But coming to the stage right now, clap it up, make some noise. Do not knock out anything except your test grades. Give it up for Nadine. Woo!
Hi, my name is Nadine, but you can call me Kay on poetry.
Give me a second.
Press start.
Give me a second till I can find to spotlight you. Give me a second.
Okay.
Wow, Mike is spotlighting. Make sure y'all check out that web address. That's bayareacreative.org.
All right, you're good.
Okay. You press start. Congratulations. Welcome to the new world. You press W, A, S, and D. You start to notice things by moving your mouse. You look around the room and see blinding lights of colors and odd overlapping noises that you can't just comprehend. And then all of a sudden, weird wet drops start raining down your face, like a lot. This is the moment where your storybook begins. You can choose your own adventure with the help of your loved ones. First, by giving you a hammer. It's your first birthday. Here's some nails. Okay, what do I do with these items? You're starting kindergarten and you've been awarded with wood. Okay, I got hammer, nails, and wood. I can now make a house. When I am 10 years old, you are now double digits and have been given some paint. All right, what do I do with this mysterious color? Well, when you're graduating elementary school and become a middle schooler, a paintbrush can help you solve that problem. The cycle goes on and on and on until you've made it to the day where you aren't here anymore. Let me hit the rewind button and pause the game, because it seems like the time is moving at lightning speed for you, and you can't just capture every little moment for your camera. It's just a thing about life. It goes by so fast, and you have one life to do the most you can do. And it's not even your fault. All of us take things for granted. One of my favorite birthdays was when I went go-kart racing at K1 Speed. I can vibrantly see the red, white, and black mini go-karts and the polished gray racetrack. I can also smell and taste the gooey, stretchy mozzarella cheese pizza from here. It's almost like that happened yesterday or years ago. Just like even though the coronavirus has only started about 1 to 2 years ago, which is still long. But everything before that feels like it happened over a decade ago. Life also has a bunch of levels, challenges, and checkpoints. Just think about the last time you truly felt like you were number one, on top of the world, or just in a spectacular mood. But you also felt like a superhero that was invincible and could destroy anything and everything that was in your way. Well, tell me, do you wish you could just replay that checkpoint over in your brain again and again? Did you take that for granted? Now, if you're being completely honest, yeah, I might have taken a moment like that for granted, but at least I had fun that day. It's perfectly fine to have failures, like when you're playing Donkey Kong and you upsettingly keep getting hit by loads of barrels and fail to make it to Princess Peach on time. Or when you're very bored and decide to play some good old Pac-Man and the ghosts keep touching you. You are losing lives while you fail to successfully eat all of the little white, yellow cube circle thingies. But errors give you even more motivation to complete whatever you're trying to do. Now you're 8/10 through the game and you are now getting older and start to slow down. You look back on life, and while you feel accomplished that you got to do all the amazing things you got to do, you also felt like you didn't exactly take the time to appreciate every little pixel. You also felt like you could have just done more. Instead of floating in the water and coast by day to day, which not saying that's what you did 24/7, but you could have had a lot more opportunities to really swim and dive deep and shine like the greatest starfish there ever was. But also as you get older and it's about 9/10 through your life, you start to forgive more than regret and appreciate instead of getting upset. As you finish the golden years of your life and hit the hospital, you can finally say that you're proud of everything that you did and that has happened to you. But just remember, once you get to the game over screen, you can't start over.
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. The kids are coming through, dropping life gems, things that you should know. Y'all, appreciate the pixels. Appreciate the pixels. We're going to keep this thing moving. On deck, we got Ruth. But coming up to the stage right now, you know her, you love her. If you don't, then you will. Make some noise for Camille.
Hey. All right, y'all can hear me? Making sure I'm not having technical okay, y'all can hear me. All right, I'm gonna hop right in. Number 1, how to survive a plague. You woke up and checked your phone like a thermometer today, didn't you? You beautiful, lonely, creeping thing. Somewhere between your C1 and C7 vertebrae is a memory of 1, how to survive a plague, distinguished by its monarchical crown and unconsented entry into the body, not unlike settler colonialism and slavery and wage labor and dirty cops and et cetera and et cetera. And number 2, how the body riots against invasion and eviction, against viruses and landlords, settlers and the state prison guards and the crown and land developers. I pray we give ourselves permission to be as organized and violent as our T cells. What I'm trying to say is roll back your tired shoulders, love. Oxygen is contraband now. We better use it wisely before they bill us out of pocket to breathe. Our ancestors smuggled it underground and across borders for us to have it here. They exhaled it into our mama's belly like a big old birthday balloon. hooting and pressing their hands over ours as we curled up our little baby fingers for the first time and made fists in embryo.
Boom, boom, boom. I told y'all was gonna love it. Me and Camila, we was on the team back in 2017 or whatever. You know, we go back, we perform poetry across the country together, whatever. We gonna keep this thing going. On deck, we got Ramona. But coming to the stage right now, clap it up, make some noise, make sure that you're a great person by the end of the day, because if not, you made somebody sad. Make some noise for Ramona.
Hi, thank you, Jamie. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, great. Disney princesses. What's the first thing that just came to your mind? For most, it's probably the most beautiful girl you could imagine, watching the most perfect female dance flawlessly on your screen. Ever wonder, why does everyone call them girls if they're obviously getting married in this movie? Shouldn't they be called women? Wait a second, no, they're just around the age 16, so I guess they're not considered women yet. But you're still marrying them off. Okay, anyway. Also, shout out to Disney. Thank you for justifying your sexism with humor and fairy tale endings. Hey Disney, thanks for making literally one dress size for all of your beautiful ball gowns so every little girl, and only little girl, can feel like a royal. And for the unrealistic image of how every girl should look. Thank you.
Roof coming through with the fires, with the call out, with the sarcasm. We love it. We love it. You know, when I watched the Little Mermaid, it always struck me as weird that Ariel was ready to marry whatever his name was, and she couldn't even speak. You know what I mean? Like, what does that say about what kind of man he is? Did he not ask, hey, how's your day going? Hey, are you hungry? He didn't ask none of that. Do better, Disney. We looking at you. We coming for you. But also sponsor us, Disney, because we want You can't do that to me, Mike. Oh, man, this is such a good slam, y'all. We got 3 more folks coming up to rock the mic. 3 more folks coming up to rock the mic. On deck, we got Meadow. But coming to the stage right now, you know this person. You love this person. They were not featured in the movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but they should have been because they're way better than that actor. Give it up for Ramona! Woo! Woo! Woo!
Yeah, hi.
Ramona, give me a second to find you to spotlight you.
Okay.
While Mike does that, BayAreaCreative.org. Check us out, y'all.
All right, you're good.
All right. I'll quickly do the poem because my dog is with me currently and he is not that happy. So I'm going to put his feet there, lock them inside my legs, and do this. I know I'm not being mean to you, you're being mean to me. House. My dream home. There would be a gaming room, but that's all I would need. Anything else in the house could stay the same. All I need is a gaming room. The rest of it can be normal. What would be the point for the rest of the stuff? I can take care of myself. No superheroes to protect my house. Just a house with a gaming room. Okay, maybe an art room, but why would the house need to be better than it already is? All houses are built uniquely and have a purpose in life, and they should never be changed unless you feel like it.
Boom, snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Ramona coming through. Ramona coming through. And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to take a guess and say that Ramona wrote that poem during our workshop. If y'all don't know, we have writing workshops before the slam. Come through, y'all. Learn how to write. Learn how to perform. Get y'all some of this love. We got 2 more poets in this slam on deck. We have the last poet of the slam, Kai. But coming to the stage right now, you know this person. You love this person. Yes, they're not a forest because they're better than the forest, and they are Meadow.
Hello, my name is Meta, and this is my poem.
Meadow, give me a second.
Okay.
All right, you're good.
All right. I'm going on a trip, but I feel like something is missing. I forgot an item that is very important. Could it be an umbrella, a hat? But what? But why? What am I forgetting? Is it a pie? Is it a shelf, a snack? But wait a second. Now I remember it. I forgot myself.
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. You know, sometimes we forget ourselves in life, and it doesn't feel good when it happens, but it does. So thank you for coming through and hitting us with that realness. On deck, we got scores and prizes. But coming to the stage right now, you love this person. You know this person. They have helped us with so much technical stuff since like 2019, and they're like half my age. Clap it up, make some noise for Color.
Hi. If my voice sounds congested, it's because it is, and I've got bad allergies. Okay. When I close my eyes, I restart the sound that life makes around me. The symphony of kids screaming, fan buzzing, lights humming, waves crashing, and the world ceases to exist for a minute or two until the last light strips through my eyelids and it all comes rushing back, baiting me to close them again, to repeat that non-sustainable state where my first reaction is to rest and remember a time where I had to run to catch up to the speed of the world and not slow down, a time of recess, of gatherings and normality and sanity, a time where the world made sense, a time of not waking up 4 minutes before I have to be in a Zoom meeting, of not sitting on a screen until my eyes start sagging and I restart. Wake up, put all the days of the past behind me, take time to relax, try something new, go outside to restart, to have another day of listening to lo-fi beats and doing nothing, yet still having so much to do, of postponing my problems until it's too late to deal with them, of passing papers to invisible people that I spent way too much time fleshing out the characters of in another day, of typing out poems that will never see the light of day. And so as I restart, I wake up, drag the covers off me, go to school for the first time and wait for life to go back to normal.
Nice. Snap it up, y'all. Snap it up. Woo-hoo. This was such an intense slam, y'all. I'm so glad that I'm not the person judging. So, while Mike does a little bit of math and figures out the scores and who's going to win, is it okay if I perform a poem? Is that cool with y'all? Can I do a poem? Or
Do it.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do a poem. I'm very big on interaction. Do you guys want to hear an oldie but goodie or a new poem?
New stuff.
New stuff.
Okay, we got new stuff. I'm not going to read the whole poem because it's really long. I'm only going to read a part of it. Here we go. There are two red curtains, lacing their arms around each other's backs, acting like they are old lovers. And their color makes you question if these drapes have been drenched in gallons of blood or if they were simply designed to appear that way. Before you get your answer, they start slowly pulling apart, revealing a dark stage, lights up. The set is every major city in America all at once. Listen, as he comes from stage left, watch as he walks to the perfect spot where the bright lights begin to bounce so hard off his dark skin that you mistake him for the night sky. And he is. And he is right in front of you now, so look at him, the black boy. I say boy because although he resembles a man, he carries a curious twinkle behind his eyes, which tells me he has not lived long enough to understand why the bullet is always the villain. But the black boy has a feeling that it's related to the protest and the hashtags that are trending. It's just his young brain isn't finished mapping out all of those connections. So he leaves that to the playwrights, the ones who create beautiful stories honoring our ancestors, especially the ones who inherited that title too early. I have been in several of these plays and can attest to how meaningful they are. However, it would be a lie to say it doesn't hurt watching the black boy die Don't get me wrong. I know that these plays are necessary to start certain conversations. However, I also know how draining it is to hop on social media and see the life be snatched out of a Black body before showing up to rehearsals 4 nights a week, 6 hours a session, only to be seen as a ghost. That's about half the poem. I'm gonna stop there. Y'all. If you want to listen to the rest of the poem, I don't know, come back next time. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the poem there. The poem, it takes some dark turns there. And, we're having fun. I got a flute. We don't need to know what happens.
Are we gonna get another part of the poem every slam? So by the time, like, I don't know, 2-3 years from now, it's gonna be like a huge, like, ongoing, like, kind of like the ongoing, what's it called? Soap operas that just...
Oh yeah, you know it. And like, as it gets to the end, I'm really gonna try to stretch it out. So I might just show up and share like one word. I'll be like, dance. That's it. I'm joking.
And then you're gonna have like, not even like, there's gonna be flashback parts of the poem where you like reference earlier parts of the poem, like filler poem.
Mike, we need to do this.
Jamie needs a Netflix series.
I really do need a Netflix series.
I need to start a change.org petition now that isn't other than getting dude for my class getting kicked out from being the Discord mod. But anyway, that's irrelevant.
No, not irrelevant. We love it. Also, KO asked me to play the flute. If you were here during the workshop, which you should come to the workshops every Tuesday from 2 to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you should show up. More info at what? BayAreaCreative.org. If you were at the workshop, you heard me say that one of my friends recently gave me this flute, but I do not know how to play it. I only play it to annoy my girlfriend. So I'm not going to play the flute right now because I don't want your ears to bleed. So you're welcome.
Jamie, we're ready.
Boom, boom. Okay, sweet. So y'all, here's how we're gonna do it. Remember, the point is not the point. The point is just coming together, listening to poetry, and having a good time. But if we didn't put the scores on it, most people wouldn't come. Most people like to see that competitive aspect. That's the only reason why we have scores. Don't let anybody tell you how good your art is. Mike, you said first 2 people get prizes, right?
First 2 people get prizes. We can announce the top 4.
Okay, sweet. So can I get a drum roll? In fourth place, we got Nadine. Woo! Clap it up. Nadine came through, slayed, killed all the good things. KO, bow. Let's get a drum roll, but this time I want it to be on something you didn't drum roll on last time. So let's get another drum roll. In third place, we got none other than Meadow. Woo! Clap it up. Make some noise, y'all. Make some noise. Meadow came through and snatched that third place, but it was close. From first place to fourth place, we have less than a full point separating all of these scores. It was really close. In second place, I want you to do a drum roll, but on something else you didn't do a drum roll on. In second place, we got Woo!
Jamie, you cut out. I don't think we heard it.
Yeah, I think the sound's going out.
Zoom doesn't want me to be great. In second place, we got Kai. That means that Kai is getting some free Spark Poetry swag now.
Make sure all the poets stay after for like a quick 3 minutes.
Yeah, also make sure everybody stays. We're going to do a quick little checkout. In first place, this time, I don't want you to do a drum roll. I want everybody to do that peace and positivity spell we did earlier, right? So take your wand. This time I'm going to use a candle. On the count of 3, we're going to say our peace.
That's a power strip.
We got power strips.
Emphasis on power, okay?
We got dogs, y'all.
That's the most powerful one.
On the count of 4, on the count of 5, say that peace and positivity spell. 1. Wait, also, I see some folks who aren't unmuted. Unmute yourself. Shout it into the ether, y'all. I promise it feels good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everybody's
Positive
Communication.
in first place, we got none other than Ruth. Ruth came through and took first place. That means that Ruth is also getting some Spark Poetry swag. So thank y'all for coming out. Poets, please stay after. We're going to have a quick debrief. For those of you watching at home, you don't got to stay. We're going to cut off the live stream, so you won't be able to stay. But make sure you check us out, bayareacreative.org. Every Tuesday all summer, we're having these youth writing workshops at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click that Zoom link. Come write with us. Come have some fun. Mike, anything you want to say?
Every week, open mic at 3, unless it's a slam like today.
Boom. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have been amazing. Poets, stick around for those of you at home.
Yo, I do want to thank Jamie though. Isn't Jamie like a great host?
I'm okay.
Yes.
He makes me feel like we all in the same like room. We like
Amazing.
remote in the same room.
That's right.
No.
Cool. I'm gonna see you folks.
Also
Thank you.
loved your Little Mermaid read.
Yeah, that I got a lot to say about Disney movies. But